Hey Cancer, this is Amanda Pearl, also known as the Queer Psychic Queen, and I'm here for your July love reading. July is like such a big month for you, Cancer, because it's Cancer season right now. And then we have the Cancer new moon on July 2nd, which is also a total solar eclipse. I'll talk a little bit about that before I get into the reading. So the new moon on the 2nd, I'll talk about the full moon on the 16th in the mid-monthly readings. We'll talk about the new moon in this reading and then your vibes for the month. But the new moon on the 2nd for you, Cancer, it's in Cancer. So with new moons are like new beginnings. And with a solar eclipse, it's sort of like just magnifying or like amplifying the new beginnings and the things that you are starting around this time, like around the 2nd of July. So the new moon and full moon energy is the biggest, the brightest, the 3 days before and the 3 days after. So we're definitely in like the new moon portal right now. We're almost at the eclipse. The eclipse also brings like, because I said it like magnifies whatever intentions that you set, it just brings more heightened energy. So my advice to you, Cancer, is to be aware of your energy this month and also stay grounded. So definitely do some grounding techniques. Be in nature as much as you can. Meditate every day if you can. Practice gratefulness and appreciation. All of those things just to keep you centered during this like time of heightened emotions. And when I tapped into the vibe for the eclipse and the new moon, you can find the like write up for the eclipse and new moon and the energy of the new moon and eclipse on my Instagram, Queer Psychic Queen on Instagram. The vibe for this new moon and solar eclipse is less of like resting, more of like taking action and creating the life that you want around specifically your home life, because that's like what Cancer is all about. The home, comfort, nurturing, mothering, things like that. So it's sort of like bring all of that together and actually creating a life that you want. It feels like with this eclipse, things that you've been wanting to quit, things that you've been wanting to start for the last like up to 10 years, you will be able to quit or start those things in this month of July. So this month is like a huge month. The actions that you take during this month could and will definitely affect your life 6 months from now, the new moon in January of next year. So let's get into your reading. Your reading, when I pulled the cards and meditated on your energy, it's super good. Your reading is like full of new beginnings. So I ask 3 questions. I ask, what's the vibe for July for Cancers in their love life? What is happening? So what's going to go on in July for Cancers in their love life? And then what's the outcome for July for Cancers in their love life? This reading would apply to Cancer Sun, Rising, and Venus. I'm actually a Cancer moon. I just feel like the moon sign is so like subconscious and personal and like under it all that if you were to watch a reading for your rising sign, that would make sense totally. Your sun sign probably makes sense totally. Your Venus sign in the sense of a love reading would make sense totally. With your moon sign, the only reason I don't include it in my readings is because it's so subconscious that it may not even resonate with you. So that's the only reason why, but I am a Cancer moon. So I am totally feeling this Cancer energy, especially around the new moon with my Cancer moon. And I'm sure all of my Cancer babies can feel it too. So what is the vibe for Cancers for their love life in July 2019? I pull a card from 2 decks. I pull a card from my Romance Oracle deck and my Angel Tarot deck. So those are the decks that I used today, and I pulled a card. I pulled the card Flirt, and then I pulled the Knight of Water. So let's chat about that. The Flirt card. So for single Cancers, this Flirt card really tells me that like the message that I was getting when I pulled it is that like you feel ready for a relationship. Like You feel like you've been doing everything that you can do as far as like healing your past traumas, working on your trust issues, working on making your life better either by going to school or like furthering yourself in your business or your career. You feel like you've been doing all the things that you need to do to line yourself up with love. And it feels like the universe finally, especially with this like super strong eclipse energy, is also like meeting you in this point and saying like, yes, your frequency is matching love. And it's like, I do feel like this month is full of new beginnings in love, in everything, love, career, business, finances, um, friends. I just feel like it's such a time of newness. So the flirt card tells me that something new will be starting this month. So you'll be in the beginning of a relationship with someone during July. And then the Knight of Water, this is the Knight of Cups in a regular tarot deck. And the Knight of Cups has to do with new beginnings in love. Like, that's what this card is all about. It's all about, like, being in touch with your emotions, being romantic. This is the card of like wedding proposals. I don't see that happening. I mean, I'm sure it will happen for some cancers, absolutely. But as far as like in the context of this reading, I just see it as like a heart opening to love and love coming in, the beginnings of a love relationship. I also feel intuitively, Cancer, like the last few years have been difficult for you. I feel as though you, about like a year or two ago, felt like you had everything kind of figured out. You felt like, I'm just getting this message, like you felt like I'm good. Like I'm good. I have the job that I'm fine with, the relationship that's good for me. But things have changed. Things have changed because that's life. Life's ever changing. So it's almost like silly to get complacent because life will change. And the more complacent you are, the more frustrated you will be by the changes. So as far as the vibe of July for you Cancers feels very lighthearted and full of new beginnings. Now, that's also like a different vibe for you because I feel like Cancers of all of the signs are the most like, I feel like you guys have the tendency to become codependent quicker than other signs. The tendency. I'm not saying that all of you are like this or like this always happens, but the tendency to form like codependency more early on in a relationship just because of your nurturing tendencies. Like the ways in which you like flirt with someone, court someone, kind of lead to like them needing you or them like very much relying on your support and comfort. I feel like you're kind of ready to step out of that role and just step into like a nice, soft, this is the word I'm getting, and like soft is such a Cancer vibe, even though you guys are crabs, like the crab. Soft is like the theme of this month. New love and just like softness and gentleness. As far as what's happening in this month, I pulled the You Deserve Love Oracle card. So what this is telling me is like just what I was saying, like the You Deserve Love card. Like you feel ready. You feel like this is my time. Like I've worked so hard. I'm ready to make changes in my life. Like I'm ready. So I also pulled with the tarot, I pulled the Ace of Earth. This would be the Ace of Pentacles. This is a great card also. This is another card of new beginnings. This is a card of more like financial abundance, but I just feel this further proves that, or further like, what's the word? Just adds to the reading that you're just in a place right now where you're like open to meeting love. And I feel like your guides and angels are emphasizing this openness right now because you've felt open for a while, Cancer. I mean, what I mean by that is like you yourself feel like I'm open to love, but your actions and like the way that you act is still very much resonant with your old patterns. Taking care of someone, I'm getting like such a strong vibe of like being the rescuer, the fixer, getting with people who aren't on their feet or getting with people who are unstable, because one, you love to be like needed and you love nurturing, and two, when you engage in a relationship with someone who's not doing things to better themselves and unstable, it allows you to stay in this place of not doing things to better yourself and just staying where you are, which is without a doubt easier than doing uncomfortable things to move towards your future or acting in a totally different way than you had before, because you know that's what you need. So I feel like what's going on in July for you, Cancer, is like you just stepping into this role even more fully than you were in the beginning of July, especially the new moon and the eclipse energy pushing you into this feeling where you just feel like that witch. You're that witch this month. Like this month, I feel like an influx of money coming in, new business opportunities, as well as you just getting like really clear and really in that vibe. Like she's not like Cupid's like, hey, this is my thing. And she's like, no, I deserve love. That's like you this month. I love it. And then for the outcome of your love life in July, love this. I pulled the new love card. What do you know about that? Like the flirt card and then the flirt card, then the you deserve love card and the new love card are like such a perfect sequence of like what a new dating relationship would be like, no? Like you meet someone and you're flirting, it's hot and spicy, it's fun. You start dealing with all of the like triggers that come up when you like someone. You come to the conclusion like, I'm doing this, I do deserve love. And new love presents itself. Now, I feel like this is the same person that started with the flirt, so I don't feel like these are like two different new people. But I feel like you come in to the vibe of wanting this person to be in your life. I don't intuitively feel like a partnership will happen this month. I intuitively feel like the beginnings of a partnership will happen this month. Then for the tarot card, I pulled the Three of Water. This would be the Three of Cups in a regular tarot deck, and this is also a really beautiful card. Also, it's very telling that I pulled these two water cards in your reading, because the Cups deck does have, or the Cups set in a tarot deck has a lot to do with love and romance. So just your reading in general tells me that this month is going to be very romantic. Like I said, gentle, soft, flirtatious, and like ultimately coming to a place where you are like moving into that new love relationship. I'm feeling just like that total excitement that you feel in the beginning of a relationship when things are going well. I also feel like this person is going to be different than the people that you've been talking to, in that they're open with how much they like you, and second, you also like them. And I say it like that just because how many times have there been people that are open with how much they like us? We don't like them as much. And then there's people that we like and they're not as open with us. It's not like that this month. You are seeing that the way that you stepped into your confidence, there's no like getting you down. And the Three of Water is honestly like a celebration, and it's a lot of like play energy. So what I get with the Three of Water is just like this month is all about like that new relationship feeling, dating, having fun. It feels so good. So yeah, that feels amazing. If you'd like to have a personal reading, I do personal readings. We can get into your love life and dig deep into the details. Just send me an email. My email is queerpsychicqueen@gmail.com. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, easy, flowing, gentle, loving eclipse and new moon. Comment if this resonates, like, subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll be back for your mid-monthly readings.